Hello everybody and welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be comparing two sugarcane farms and showing you guys how to build them. They're both right behind me. We have a good old small one and a nice big one as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So for our nice and small sugarcane farm, all we're going to need are these materials here. And for the first step of this farm, we're going to want to dig out 3 blocks like so, and then just make a whole 8 by 3, 1 block deep trench like so. That's 7, so one more. And take our dirt and place some of our dirt on either side like so. And place your water source in the middle of the back of here. And finally, place a hopper down there and connect a chest to it from down below. Okay, so for the next step, we're going to want to place all of our sugarcane on top of the dirt like so. Then take your observers, go to the back here, place one facing into each sugarcane back here, and your other observers facing into these observers, while also placing 3 glass blocks like so. It doesn't have to be glass, I just like the way it looks. And 1 block on either top of the observers, and 2 on either side of the observers. Your final thing should look like this. And next we're going to be inputting our pistons and the power system for that. So this next step is very easy. Just place 8 pistons on either side of your sugarcane like so. Man, I hate placing these down. And after this, we're pretty much almost done with the farm. All we have to do is just place blocks on either piston like so, and redstone on top of all of them, so the observer, when it detects one of those back sugarcane has grown, it'll send a signal to all these pistons, and they'll all harvest the sugarcane just like that, and it'll go into the hopper and into the chest. Now, your farm is all nice and functional, but a little extra thing I like to do with sugarcane farms is place either glass panes or iron bars in the middle, just so the sugarcane doesn't stay on the block here when it's harvested and it falls right into the water stream like so. You can also place a torch in the middle if you'd like to give some light. And finally, place your last 6 glass like so, just so the sugarcane doesn't go outside the farm. You could even close it up in the middle here too if you want, but I don't really see a point in that. And now, your farm is pretty much done. Now this is actually expendable up high and to the sides as well, but I'm not really going to go into that in this video because that's a little too complex and too long of a video. Why did that just harvest? Sugarcane didn't even grow. Anyways, on to the next one. Alright, now before we get into building this sugarcane farm, I know it looks pretty big and scary, but I can assure you, I promise, it's honestly really not that hard to make, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So these are all the required materials that you're going to need for this farm. This is not in exact amounts, these blocks here, but you are probably going to need around this amount. Also, why are these slabs here? That is a little weird. Alright, so for the first part of this farm, you're going to want to place 7 blocks like so. Take your slabs, place 1, and a hopper at the end, should be 9 blocks in total. Then take the rest of your blocks, double chest, then another double chest, break that block, it's important, 1 more hopper, then make a little stair for yourself to get out, take your comparator, wherever that is, another one, not that, a block, redstone torch, another block, and a repeater. This is going to be your unloading system for your hopper minecart that collects your sugarcane, which we'll place soon enough when we have all the tracks here. But for now, you can just place a powered rail there, regular rails here, except around the middle here, you're going to want to break this, go down here, replace it, and place a lever underneath so you can power the rail. You're going to be doing this for the rest of the middle section of this, so the hopper minecart isn't slow and it doesn't stop moving. So now is kind of a big part in this. You're going to want to take the rest of your blocks and build out 24 blocks outwards that way so we can place the rest of our rails, because, well, this is quite a big sugarcane farm. Alright, so once you've completed all of this here, just go to the end that you finished on, place a block with a lever on it, and make sure this last rail is indeed a powered rail. Then just place the hopper minecart and it'll go on and on forever, well, until there's items in it and it stops here and whatnot. Anyways, next step. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is just place dirt on top of all these rails. I'll be back with you when I'm done. Alright, so the next few steps are also going to be pretty simple. All you're going to want to do now is just make a border around this thing with blocks. Now we're going to place glass inside of here, and there's going to be a specific little thing we're going to do just so the flying machine has space to get through. We're going to make a little C shape on either side here. Do the exact same thing on the opposite side, like so. And just fill in everything else with 3-block high glass except these areas here. Alright, so this next step is optional, but what you can do is make a nice border with slabs along the top of the glass like so. Nothing special or useful at all, I just think it looks nice and makes the flying machine area look less cluttered. Okay, so this next step is going to look a little unusual, but just bear with me. You're going to want to break this block here, place a slab, this block here, also place a slab, this one here, and this one here. As you can see, we have a 2x2 area here with the water spots in sort of a diagonal pattern like this. And this is what we're going to want to do all along here. And if you can't make the pattern kind of like this, don't worry, we'll get to that later in the video. But this is just the part where you're going to lay all the ones down in the dirt, and I'll show you when I'm done. Now, as you can see, I've made every single hole that we need here for the water, and as you can also see, not everything is the nice 4-block pattern like it is here. As you can see here, there's a few missing here as well, but now we're going to fix that. So start from anywhere you want that you see there's a missing hole. I'll start here, for example. You have 1, 2, 3. This would be the spot for the 4th one, so what I'm going to do is place a slab, block in front of it, and that's where we're going to place our water, and it's pretty much just as simple as that, really. Alright, so this definitely should be all of the holes. I'll just fix it if I missed one. But now you're going to want to make an infinite water source wherever you like. You could even just do it on the side here. The way you do that, if you don't know, is just make a little 2x2 area like so. Place your water buckets and you have an infinite source, or you can do it this way by grabbing the water from the middle and the water from anywhere here. Now once you have that done, as I said earlier, you're just going to want to place water in every single hole here that has a slab on it. For these areas, you could just place it and replace the glass once you break it. And I'll see you guys when I'm done with this. Now just take your sugarcane and place all of it in, and after this, all you have to do is build a flying machine, and then we're completely done with this farm. Alright everyone, we just got to build the flying machine, then we're done with this. So take your leaves and place them along here. This is just so the honey or slime blocks won't stick to them, and so the sugarcane won't leave the farm when it's being harvested and being pushed to the other side. So place 1 glass block here, 3 honey blocks or slime blocks. I would go with honey because I think it's easier to get. I don't know about you, I just think it's easier to get honey than to build a slime farm. Then place 4 here with a sticky piston going into either one. Place 4 more leaves like here, and 1 observer there, and 1 observer there. Once this one is activated, this thing will start moving to the other side. We do not want that yet, so just don't forget to place another glass block here. Now on to the next step. Alright, so now since it's equally important, we're going to be building the leaves for the return station here. So again, another blanket of leaves, this time 3 on the edge here, with 3 more this way, some more along here, and 3 more up in this direction, and finally 4 more to top it off over here. And this is where we're going to be building our return station, which is also pretty simple. 1 obsidian, 1 piston, and a daylight sensor set to day, so it should be activated. You could put a block under there, but I don't really see a need for it. So now let's get back to our original flying machine. Alright, so we're going to add a few more leaves here, 4 there, 2 here, and a final 3 leaves there. That should be all of your leaves depleted. Now for the last part, you're just going to want to put an obsidian, piston, and a daylight sensor set to nighttime. And as you can see, the flying machine works perfectly fine. So the reason you're setting this to day is because during the day it'll send it back, and during the night it'll send it, which is why you want them on opposite modes again. You could also change them if you'd like, it doesn't really matter at all. So at the end of the day, if you want a little bit of sugarcane, build this design over here, and if you want a lot, of course, build this design here. I overall think they're both very good for your survival worlds, and I recommend building it in them if you're really in need of sugarcane. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for other videos just like this one. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.